I love the music. Don't you love the music that we have here at Crafters TV?
I thought you were skiing then, Ben.
What? No, I was bouncing in time with the music, wasn't I? Anyway, hello. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Mosby. Still the new boy. Third day, fifth show, loving life. And it's great to be here to bring you a masterclass. What I just want to say from the top still is a big thank you to everyone who's been in touch with me personally to welcome me into the Crafters family, and amazing news, something which I'm doing cartwheels about, celebrating, is the fact that, you know, I told you over the last couple of days that my Facebook page, which was set up, crashed, basically broke Facebook. The good news is I made a call to Mark Z, you know, the guy, Facebook guy, and I said, look, Mark, seriously, you need to get this sorted. Got people who want to like my page. He listened, he sorted it, and the Facebook page is now working. Whee! So you can see all of my details there. There's my Facebook, and that one there is the grams, as Sarah calls it. Get on the grams. But do get in touch and say hello on my Facebook page. And also, I've got a little competition running there where you can win yourself a Gemini Go and some dies as well. And we've extended the time that you can enter that competition until next Tuesday. So plenty of time to like my page and win on that competition. Listen, it is a masterclass. We've got a brilliant selection of goodies to bring to you. And I'm delighted to say that, well, I say I'm with someone new today. I mean, I've worked with her before, and she's absolute delight. She's a real pleasure, and she's so funny. One of my faves, it's Debbie Robinson.
I'm blushing here. Absolutely, I'm so excited though for today, Ben. I finally get to work with you. Yay. Up here at CC Towers. Do you know, well, I know how much I love Ben. I've always talked about Ben, how wonderful he is. So I am so excited that I finally get to do my first show with you, Ben. Woohoo!
Aww. She's always a laugh, isn't she, Debbie? And I know it's going to be a raucous 2 hours. Anything can happen, and it probably will. If you want to get in touch throughout the show, you know how to do. You can get in touch if you're watching on YouTube, if you're getting in touch on Facebook as well. We'll read out all your comments. I know already Betsy in Texas, Mary in Wisconsin, Tammy in San Diego, Crystal in Pennsylvania, and Linda from Maryland, all watching. Hello to all you guys. Thanks for tuning in. More on that in just a bit, but I want to get started and talk about what we have got for you. This is a collection that we brought to you on Monday, and let me just tell you, it was flying out of the door. So today is all about giving you another chance to get your hands on this collection, but also seeing some brilliant demos from our Debbie as well. Her take on this collection It's all about the interchangeable circle tunnel dies. And what I want to do is show you all of these individually and then tell you about a bigger deal that we've got coming up as well. So first of all, details on your screen for the interchangeable circle tunnel die. And these are absolutely brilliant, allowing you to kind of get your depth and dimension in your cards and really kind of giving you a focal point and drawing the eye in to the center of your card. But you're also seeing as well that you've got these brilliant snowflakes, you've got the holly leaf and the baubles or the little Christmas lights there as well included in this set. And also with this, we are throwing in the Snowflake embossing folder. So this is going to work absolutely perfectly. And the thing to tell you is that is absolutely free as well. So it's $24.99 for the dies, and we throw in the Snowflake embossing folder as well. So $24.99 in the UK, $29.95 if you are in the US. Brilliant deal. If you like that, our Debbie has got some samples to show you as to what you could be making.
And aren't these beautiful, Ben? I love this style of card. The fact that you can create and change up as well, because you've got that interchangeable feature. I just think these are fantastic. Now I'm going to show you some amazing samples by our design team. These are absolutely knock it out of the park, as I would say. But you can see just how fabulous this is. This is the kind of effect that you can create. So this is one of those interchangeable designs, which is that beautiful snowflake with the matching embossing folder, which I think is really fabulous. But can you see when I tilt it? I mean, this box card is absolutely sensational, and it's got those apertures inside as well to create that tunnel effect. So it draws your eye in. It's like an illusion of the eye, Ben. I absolutely love them, and that's one of the designs. The other design is this fabulous one here, which is that beautiful Christmas tree lights. I love this one, and again, think about chopping them up and adding some extras, whether you're colouring it in, whether you're using your glitter card or your mirror cards or anything that you want to use. Get your inks around your embossing folders and really make it stand out from the crowd. And you can see that beautiful feature there running through there. That's the last, well, I say that's the last design. This is the last design. That gorgeous holly. I absolutely love this one. One of our design team members, Joanne, she's actually chopped some holly out again. So she's taken the design, but then she's popped the holly leaves over and shaped them. And that is absolutely fabulous. I think I might have to steal that idea, Ben. I might have to just steal that idea, because I think that is a fabulous way of using these. You're creating the optical illusion that draws your eye in there, and I just think these are fabulous. The fact that you can change three different designs into that one, for me, makes it a three-fer, not a two-fer, a three-fer. Is there such a thing?
What? A three-fer? A
three-fer?
Yeah, a three-fer. You can have a two-fer, you can have a four-fer if you wanted, or a five-fer, or a six-fer. There's all sorts of furs, aren't there? Anyway, the circle, $24.99 or $29.95. By the way, if you're also looking at that cardstock that is on a lot of those cards, oh, I love that cardstock. Stand by, folks, stand by. But next up, just want to show you the next in the collection, which is the square tunnel. So same concept here, same idea, but obviously different shape. And again, you can see how you're going to achieve that tunnel effect, how you're going to get that aperture, and how it's going to draw the viewer's eye into the center of the card, the focal point. And again, absolutely love this. I love that the fact that you've got different styles, different designs, and this one has got that beautiful angel. This was hugely popular as well, and lots of people love the nativity scene as well. And I remember on the socials as well on Monday when we last had this, everyone was going crazy for that stag. That is also included. Now you get that for $24.99 or $29.95, but do you know what? We also give you a freebie. Yeah, we love a freebie. Whoop whoop from the other side of the studio there. This is the Holly Berries embossing folder. And again, just a little sample there giving you an idea as to what you can achieve with that embossing folder that we're throwing in for absolutely free. $24.99 or $29.95 if you like that. Here are some samples and things that you can make with it.
And again, let me just show you how amazing these samples are, Ben.
Whoop, whoop.
Honestly, yeah, definitely a whoop whoop. I like that. Whoop 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 whoop. Absolutely fabulous. So you can see, look at the stag. Is there any wonder he's so popular? The stag is absolutely glorious. Look at that tunnel vision. This one is a fabulous diorama card, and you can see straight away using those tunnel dies inside to create that optical illusion again. It just draws your eye in, and I love the fact that all this has been designed cleverly to work around there. That is a fabulous sample, Nicole.
Love it.
You really do knock them out of the park every single time. Now that's one of the designs, the fact that it's interchangeable, just by changing your colours, changing your different design of your card. So this is an easel one using that beautiful Christmas angel. And again, that illusion of being drawn into a tunnel, I just think absolutely fabulous. These dies are one of my favourites that we have launched this year. I absolutely love them. And these, honestly, every single one of them, I mean, that stag, Ben, you could use in a birthday card.
Absolutely.
At Christmas time, somebody using a December one, but look at this.
That's gorgeous.
This is stunning. I love this one. This is that beautiful nativity scene. And again, using that gorgeous cardstock. Oh, we haven't mentioned cardstock, have we, Ben?
Oh, no, yeah. No, we're going to in a minute, though.
Well, sorry, I was jumping ahead, trying to do your job for you, Ben. Trying to do your job.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, yeah, Sarah. Producer Johnny's just going, God, the other day, Sarah telling him to be quiet, Debbie doing his job. I'll just go, shall I? I'll just go. No, the whole point is take advantage of these deals. Now, if you love the square, get that $24.99 or $29.95. You're already shopping ahead. But we then also have for you in the interchangeable tunnel dies, the arched window, and again, this is amazing. Reminds me a little bit, I was saying on Monday, reminds me a little bit there of like a chimney. You can almost use that as like the inside of the chimney, you know where the fire is, and you can have like Father Christmas like popping down there. I think it's the fact that you've got the little stocking or the booty, as Sarah was calling it the other day. As I said, booty to me is pirate treasure, but oh, it's also another thing, isn't it, a booty? But anyway, it's yes, I know what it is, Debbie. Dear, oh dear. Stocking. And she wasn't pointing at pirate treasure, let me just tell you. We've also got the Snowman as well. That's our jazz hands snowman, as again we were talking about the other day. He's like, jazz hands, there's no business like snow business. And you've also got the beautiful baubles included in there as well. Again, same effect, same idea. To get that depth and dimension and get that tunnel effect, and guess what? Yeah, you knew it. We're throwing in a freebie as well. This is the frosted brick embossing folder, and again, absolutely stunning. That's coming as your freebie. So the lot, $24.99 or $29.95. Let's have a look at Debbie's booty.
No, you don't want to see that, Ben. Let me just tell you. So let's just go to our gorgeous. I love how she calls it a Christmas booty. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, Christmas booty.
It's a Christmas stocking to
yes,
me and you.
It is.
It is, yeah. And I love this one. Again, a fabulous sample showing you what you can do. Now, Nicole, again, I'm going to have to call out Nicole because she's done a fabulous job here. This frosted brick. She's added glitter.
Oh, yes.
That's what she's done. She's added glitter to each individual brick, which I just think she's got a lot of time on her hands. I love Linda. No, she hasn't. She's such a busy girl. But she just really can show you what you can do. And I say a lot of time, it's not that much time. You could cheat a little bit, Ben, and you could use your sparkle sprays and things like that to create that lovely brick effect. That is a beautiful sample showing you again just exactly how it draws your eye in, and you can see that lovely Christmas stocking as well. But the best bit about this is that interchangeable factor. So exactly the same elements that we've got that lovely tunnel that you can see there through there. We've got that lovely tunnel feature with the snowman over there. I just think it's just beautiful. Changing it up by just changing your design in the middle. And then lastly, again, the same elements, the bossing folds at the background, that lovely arched window shape, but then changing it up with this. And I just think this is fabulous. This is that lovely, gosh, I'm trying to remember what it's called. Baubles.
Baubles.
Baubles, that's it, baubles. I'm so used to thinking Christmas ornaments and balls, and it's like Christmas baubles, that's what they are. But again, just absolutely fabulous. So again, you can see the versatility. So you got that the 3-in-1 design, absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, it is a three-for. Mary says, love the colours on that Christmas stocking booty card. Absolutely. This option on its own is proving really busy. So again, we've got something for every pocket here. You can buy these individually. Now, lots of you already are commenting on that cardstock. We love that cardstock. We want that cardstock. Where can we get that cardstock from? Well, right here, of course, at Crafters TV. This is unbelievable, and the deal is off the chart. Let me just tell you, should be $79.96 or $99.89, $59.97 or $74.85. This is the 12x12 textured cardstock. It's a 4-piece collection, which gives you 36 sheets within each book, if you like, or pad, and that's 144 sheets in total. And what I love about this is it is all the colours that you need to work perfectly with your collection. So the different colours we've got your cool tones here. So let's just show you all of the different colours that you've got here, and you can see I came up with a new word yesterday, gradiates. Is that a word, Debbie?
Gradation.
And it really does, doesn't it, go through all of the different colours for you. So this is your cool tones, 36 sheets you're going to get within this particular collection. Then you've got your warm tones. Oh, I'm desperately trying to not knock everything off here. By the way, somebody said you haven't got the tall table today. I think it was Kathy. The reason for that is because the tall table wasn't big enough to fit all of these goodies on. So that's why we've got the lower big table out. So this is your warm tones as well. And again, take a look at this beautiful textured cardstock as well. You'll see that textured effect when you get this home. A little bit difficult to show on camera, but again, beautifully how it runs through all those colours. You can see how this is going to fit in perfectly with all of those Christmas designs. That is your warm tones. Oh, don't knock it over, Ben. Whatever you do, don't knock it over. Then we've got your sunflower tones. So again, take a look at this. Again, this is going to work beautifully with the collection, but actually not just Christmassy this, is it? You're going to be using this all year round in some of your summer makes as well. Goes through the oranges, the yellows, into the greens, got some of your lime greens, your mint greens, through to those darker greens as well. Once again, 36 sheets on this beautiful textured cardstock, and that is all included. 230 GSM, by the way, because lots of people were asking that the other day. What is the card weight? So it's 230. And then finally, your neutral tones, and again, these are going to work absolutely brilliantly with this collection, and of course matching this up as well with some of the brighter colours that you've got in your full collection, going to work beautifully. But you've got your blacks through your greys, and as we go through there into your creams and your snow whites as well. This has been proving very, very popular. In fact, a quarter of the stock has gone. So if you want to go for that individually, you can. It's a phenomenal buy, as I said. I'm very pleased I didn't knock anything over. Famous last words. Go on, state. $59.97 or $74.85. Now, here's the thing. If you like the idea of the Aperture Tunnel cards and the idea of the freebies with that, and you like the idea of getting the matching cardstock to go with it as well, you probably want a big deal, don't you? You want a big bundle. Well, funny you should say that. We have got the lot for you, and this proved so popular on Monday. This is the full collection for you. So you've got the interchangeable Aperture Tunnel die collection with all of the elements in there. You've also got all of the cardstock that we've just shown you as well. That is all included, and you're also going to get included in there the glue tape pen, and just because we haven't given you enough free stuff, we're going to throw in this as well, which is your festive curved banner sentiments. I think that's worth $7.99 on its own, and it gives you the 3 little banner dies, which are going to work perfectly. They're going to be like kind of like the finishing touch, I think, to a lot of the cards that you have with your beautiful sentiments on. And seriously, you have got a sentiment for pretty much every Christmassy occasion, from Merry Christmas right through to 'tis the season to be jolly, season's greetings, joy to the world, deck the halls, happy holidays, let it snow. I mean, it is all there for you. So if the budget stretches and you love it all, get it today for $138.93 or $170.69. It is phenomenal, and that was the winner the other day. This is the festive curved banner sentiments I was just talking about a few moments ago. So there you go. You can see you get the 3 banners there, the 3 dies, and then all of these sentiments to fit in, just to finish off all of those amazing cards you're going to make with this collection. Go for it. You're going to absolutely love it. I have no doubt about that. Right. Lots of questions coming in, so send in your comments, send in your questions. Also today, I want to know what you're celebrating, because I'm celebrating my Facebook page being back up and running. So what are you currently celebrating? Maybe there's a birthday or an anniversary coming up, or whatever it might be, whether it's today, this week, this month. What are you celebrating, please? And we'll read those out as we head through the show. But enough rabbiting from me. She's warming up over there. She's getting ready, our Debbie. What you got lined up for us, Mrs.?
Oh, well, I thought I'm going to start with the beautiful circle aperture tunnel. Do you know, trying to say, I've been practicing it in my head.
What?
The interchangeable circle tunnel die.
Well, yeah, that's it.
There we go. Yay! Give yourself a big clap, celebrating that fact that I've got it. But these are really fabulous. I'm going to show you. You've seen the dies. So these are all the aperture dies which stay connected into the cardstock. So this is your holly, and then we've got those lovely Christmas lights there. I think they're fabulous. And then lastly, and I'm going to have to use it, Ben, because I love this one, the Snowflake one is absolutely beautiful. So these are your dies, and then we've got as well all your dies that create the apertures as well. Those tunnels, there's tunnels that are creating there. Again, really fabulous. But I'm just going to put that to one side for now and show you how easy this is to use. And I am bringing in your embossing folder, which is that Snowflake Kisses. I can't believe it's a freebie.
I know.
Honestly.
It's giving stuff away, aren't we?
I'm like, wow, that is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now, one thing I love about these is I've taken a piece of cardstock, and it's a 5x7 in size, because that's exactly what this embossing folder is. Now, these work together, but not together, if that makes sense. Meaning you don't use them both together at the same time, Ben. It's a very simple concept.
Okay.
So, first things first, taking my cardstock, I've literally folded it in half, and what I'm just going to do now is place my embossing folder just over the top. There we go, like that. Now, this, whether or not you want to emboss first and then die cut is entirely up to you, but I prefer to do it this way around, where I die cut first. So that is now placed perfectly where I want it to be over my folded card. What I need to measure now is where to put my snowflake, so I'm just going to pop it in there, and literally now you can see I don't have to do anything other than that, because it's very clear, you can see it. All I need to do is lift that off, move that a little bit, and then I'm just going to tape it down to hold it into place. But Ben, when I said it doesn't work together, we got asked this when we launched them. Why didn't we put the metal in as a cut and emboss folder?
Do you know what? Anne has just asked that, saying, are they cut and emboss folders? But you're showing no.
Absolutely. So was that Hannah, did you say?
It was Anne.
And no, they're not a cut and emboss folder. The reason we didn't put them as cut and emboss folders, which we could have done, but we would have had to have had 3 sets for that interchangeable feature, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's why we've done it this way. We've separated them. That embossing folder will work beautifully with other things in your Christmas stash as well. Not just with this die. You could perhaps use your nesting dies and just use the embossing folder if you wanted to. But I just think it's a really great way that to give you that interchanging feature, which means you can swap around the design. I thought this is a better way. So it isn't a cut and emboss folder, and so what you need to do now is I've got it into place where I want that to be. So you can see there, I've taken that across. I'm now going to take it out. So I'm going to remove that just for a second. And what I'm going to do is die cut this. So I'm going to bring in, I hope that didn't move then, Ben. I saw me low tack tape move for a second, and I thought, has that moved? Can I just check that again? Do you mind?
Go on,
Let me just double check, because I saw it lift off. I think it's because I'm using old tape. Old tape, yes. So I'm just going to make sure before I run that through that I've got it right into place. And it takes about 2 seconds to get that into place, Ben. You can see, yep, I'm happy with that. So this time, make sure that's firmly down with low tack tape.
Or just use new tape if you're doing it at home.
If it's new tape, yes. Yeah, if just use some new tape. Don't do what Debbie does. Sticks it all over its side, all over the machine. But I bet you any money I'm not the only one that does that. I bet there's somebody watching there right now that thinks, that's me. That's what I do. And I don't know why, Ben. It comes in a pack of 3, for goodness sake. So I've got plenty of time. I have plenty of tape there to be able to use.
Let me know if you're in Debbie's old tape club then.
Now, because I am going to use this die cut, I don't want it to cut through both elements of my card. I just want it to go on one side. So I'm just going to open that up slightly, and there I'm then going to run this through the machine. Now, if I can just focus on the plate for a second and just show you what I mean. I've placed it onto my Gemini Junior to show you that it will fit through smaller machines as well. But this is a thin metal die. It's not a massively intricate die, although it's got that lovely feature with the snowflake on. But it's just your thin metal die combination. In your Gemini, I just put my normal plates that I would do for a normal die. But just because it says Gemini doesn't mean that you've got to have a Gemini machine. So it will go through any other manual machine or any other electronic cutting machine that you have, as long as you can fit through your size of your card there. But you can see now, Ben, I've got that all ready, and when I lift this off, I'll just take that off slightly, you'll see now that beautiful design. Yeah. I just love this. This is what I love about them. And I'm just going to slide that out, put that in the bin, move all those pieces off for a second. And now you can see I've got that lovely feature running through the that gorgeous.
Doesn't it cut beautifully?
Absolutely cuts beautifully. And then, Ben, and this is something you don't have to use, but it's there to use to really give the more embossed detail. Yes. We're going to bring it back in. So we're going to bring that back in, and I'm going to pop that over, and you'll see now it fits perfectly. So I'm just going to run that through my card base, and that's showing you that you can do it with a card base, but it's just normally now your two cutting plates for your embossing folder. Although I do like a little bit of an extra oomph, but I think normally have you not ever heard me say this before, Ben? Bit of extra oomph. I just put me metal shim in there to give it a little bit of an extra oomph. Extra bit of embossing. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yes,
absolutely.
I prefer oomph. I quite like
oomph,
that.
A bit of oomph, and I have to do it with the oomph sign. Yeah. I mean, what is this? I feel like Peter Kay sometimes. Oomph. Give me a call. Give me a call. You know what I mean, though, don't you?
Oh dear, oh dear.
Talking with my hands, I do it all the time. There we go. But look at that now. You can see that beautiful embossed detail. Can you see there in the camera how beautiful that embossing detail is? So what I'm just going to do, because I want to emphasise it a little bit more, I'm going to bring in one of our, and now I'm going to have to check with our producer, Johnny, who's on today.
Oh, yeah?
Do we have water reactive ink pads on the show today? Yay! Fabulous. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of an extra oomph. Ben, I'm using our pale fig colour, and I'm just lightly touching over the top of the snowflakes, just to give it a little bit of extra dimension.
Details of your water reactive dyeing pads are on the bottom of your screen there as well. Lots of people are loving the embossing folders, and there seems to be a lot of love for the 5x7 size as well. Is that the size most people like the embossing folders? A lot of people say, I'm so glad they're 5x7. Love the fact that they're 5x7.
Yeah, a lot. It's one of the most used embossing folders.
Yeah.
And 5x7, because it's a nice small card, especially if you're sending things through the post. It's one of those that's really quite easy to use as well for postage. It can cost you a lot of money posting, if you do your posting, because I know a lot of people do a lot of hand gifts. If that makes sense.
Hand gifts.
That didn't sound right, did it? Did it sound right? Handmade gifts.
Oh, handmade gifts.
Handmade cards.
It kind of sounded right coming from you, Debbie. I get used to all of your little Debbie-isms.
Debbie-isms, yes, I know. I've got plenty. I could write a little book. But again, just taking that around there, you can see, I quite like that purple.
Yeah,
I was going to use the pale pink, and then I changed my mind. I thought, no, I'm going to have a little bit of purple because I think that's really nice. And look, I'm emphasising it even more by adding a little bit more colour over there. But the water reactive ink's absolutely fabulous for this. It's like a distressed edge. Little distressed edge running around there. So again, and then do you know what I'm going to do as well, Ben?
What?
I'm going to give it even more of a little bit of an emphasis, because I'm going to use some of our spray and sparkle.
Oh yeah,
I'm going to use it now. I don't know where Brenda's gone.
Oh,
I don't know where she is. Hang fire. Let me just have a little note.
Old Brenda's there.
I think I might have spotted her.
Oh, you got her.
I'm just going downstairs. I won't be a minute, Ben. See you in a minute.
I now know who Brenda is, obviously. If you joined me earlier in the week, we were going on about Brenda. I had no idea. I've met old Brenda. And yes, and this new Brenda is in the building. Everybody, here's Brenda! Woo!
We've got her in, but I need a bit of scrap paper because I don't want to get the inside of my card covered in my spray and sparkle. So what I'm just going to do now, Ben, is give it a nice little tinkle with this. well, tinkle?
Tinkle.
Spray.
The spray. Don't have a tinkle, whatever you do.
A little sprinkle.
Yes.
Sprinkle of magic.
Sprinkle of
and
magic.
again, this is our lovely pearl diamond.
What is that you've got, what you're spraying?
Oh, pearl diamond, it's one of my favourites, Ben. I love this one. Pearl diamond, I use more than any of the others, and that's not to say that the others aren't beautiful, but it's absolutely my favourite pearl diamond. I adore it, and I'm just giving it little, I don't know if you noticed I'm not going right close to it, Ben.
No,
I'm lifted up from it, so it's literally, that's the best way to do it, and little short sharp bursts as well. So again, the more you want sparkle on there, the more you would carry on spraying it, so you could have a really nice light coating just by a little 2 little sprinkles. Tinkles.
Or sprinkles.
Sprinkles. But then you can just do it more, and you can build it up. So you could, if you want a little bit more sprayed on there. Just carry on there like that. And that's what I love about this. By the way, I still haven't got my own blender. I need a blender.
Do you? I thought there was only one blender.
I need to speak to Liam, because apparently Liam made this.
Ah.
Yes, absolutely fabulous.
You wouldn't be able to call it Brenda though, because that would be confusing then, wouldn't it? 2 Brenders. It's just the one Brenda will do.
Oh, do you know what? I'm going to use that later, Ben. That's really nice. I've got a nice little sparkly background now.
Beautiful.
But obviously, you're going to let that just dry off for a second. It is a varnish, so you've got that lovely clear varnish over it, but it just lifts it slightly. Instead of using glitter and things like that, which you could do, but it just gives it a nice little lift of sparkle on there. So I'm just going to pop that there for a minute, because what I'm going to concentrate now on is the other part of these dies, which are the tunnels that create that tunnel. And I'm using some of the most gorgeous cardstock that we do, and I love this. These 12 by 12 paper pads are what you've been asking for.
Yeah.
We've had the textured cardstock in the 8 by 8 pads, which everybody loves, not just the team. Absolutely, I've heard feedback from customers and everywhere else, and people telling me that they love the paper pads in the 8 by 8, but can we have them bigger? And we listened, and we've actually done that. And those colour tones are stunning, Ben. They're absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love these. So how do we create that lovely tunnel? And it's a very simple way to do this. So I've taken 3 colours. I've got a lovely, I've got two colours here from the warm tones, Ben.
Yes.
And then I've taken that one from the, and I keep calling it the monochrome. I've got to stop calling it the monochrome. It's the neutrals.
But it's kind of monochrome, isn't it?
It is, and that's that lovely white one as well. Mm-hmm. So how do you create the tunnel? Now, they've got 3 pieces here. Now, the way that I would do it, so I've cut all these down to size, and these are just a fraction smaller from 5 by 7, so that they'll fit a nice mat and layer behind on the back of my card. So cut them all down to size at the same one. Now, the easiest way to remember this, and this is depending on which colour way round. Now, I want my pink to have the smallest sized aperture, which means that smallest die. Let me separate them. It'd be easier, Ben. Let me pop them there just for a second. Me and these silly nails, they just get in the way all the time. So that one, I want to be on the pink. So I know if I turn it this way, I'm going to get that first, okay? I'm not going to use those 2 yet, because what I'm just going to do is, I'm just going to show you how to create that tunnel and how you get those perfect apertures right every single time.
Okay.
So I've placed it in the middle. I'm going to hold that down now with some low tack tape. So I'm just going to hold that into place, and I'm actually going to die cut all 3.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to bring in my plates again. So let's pop that down. I'm going to bring in my plastic shim. I'm going to bring in my magnetic shim, and I'm going to bring, what was that, Johnny?
Breaking news. Hang on a minute. Here is the news. Liam is going to make you a Brenda Debby.
Ah, yeah!
You won't be able to call it Brenda though, will you? You have to come up with another name.
Oh, I can't wait to see you, Liam. I can't wait. He's not here today. Have I seen him?
Yeah.
I've seen him today. Yes, I thought I did. Debbie and your grey matter cells. I'm so excited.
Is he going to make it before the end of the day?
Oh, well, I just feel like, I feel like royalty. Thank you very much. I'm so excited. I could crush a grape, Ben. I could crush a grape.
I could crush a grape.
Are you old enough to remember that?
I do remember that, yes.
I wonder if anybody else is. A very famous saying. It's gone quiet in the room. They're not like, what's that, crush a grape?
Look, I remember it very well.
A TV programme many moons ago, a kiddies TV programme.
I can think of the name of the guy that used to say it. I can't think of the name of the TV programme though.
Stu Francis?
Yeah, Stu Francis.
Stu Francis, and it was Cracker Jack.
Cracker Jack, that was it. Yes.
See, I don't forget these things. Now then, can I show you what, go back to this one. So I've cut out now my small piece. So I'm just going to lift off my tape for a second. Okay. So just bring that off now, because I am cutting through 3 pieces. And if you think about it, the weight stock, it's 230 GSM.
Yeah.
I'm asking it to cut quite a lot, and I mean quite a lot. So I know that that one is cut perfectly, and what I will say is don't throw these away, because these make perfect little nested circles as well for other things. And then I know it's cut through the second one fine. It hasn't quite cut through that, but I'm not too bothered, Ben, because what it's done is it's given me where I need to put my next die. So going back to the smallest part, that I'm going to move to one side for a second. But now can you see, Ben, that I now know where to place my second one to create, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Now, I don't need to cut through that one, because that's fine, although you could do if you want to make sure you get that precision. In fact, let's do that, Ben. Let's do that so you can see. So again, you can cut through now multiples. Don't forget, if you have got a Gemini, it's exactly what you can do. You can cut through multiple pieces at any one time. So again, I've got 2 pieces on there. I'm just going to run that through, because again, it is a thin metal die. I say a thin metal die. It has got quite a deeper ridge though than normal, so it's maybe a slightly thicker than a thin metal die.
And you always tend to go light to dark, don't you, as far as the colours are concerned?
You can do, yes. It's entirely up to you. I mean, really, when you think about it, all those choices of colours, if you were going to go for a gradient of colour, yeah, go from your light to your dark or your dark to your light. Well, it depends on what kind of effect you want to do. But again, Ben, look at all these little pieces of, I'm saying pieces of waste. I'm not going to waste any of these. I'm going to use these. And even, look at that, I've even got another little, I say, that's a good one. I'm going to stick that in my little stash. But what that's done now is created my second one perfectly over the top.
Beautiful.
And then lastly, I'm just going to now have the perfect position for my largest one just over the top, and I'm just going to take that down for a second. What I'm just going to do though is take out my magnetic shim this time, Ben, because I haven't got as many layers. So when we talk about pressure in the Gemini, I don't need the magnetic shimming anymore, because I've only got 1 sheet in there.
Got you.
And that means I'm not going to do any damage to any of the other plates, which means less pressure. Think about it. I've added more in there, but then as I've gone down each one, I've taken 1 out. And again, you can see that's cut perfectly out there. And I've even, oh, look at all them. All my waste bits that are not waste anymore, Ben. Absolutely not waste. So now I know that that will fit on the top. And if I just bring that in so you can see that, every one of them perfectly on there. Let me just make sure, there we go. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to build it into my card. So I'm going to bring the card back in, open this up. Now this is a personal choice. You can either have it at the back of the card, or you can have it on the base. And I'm preferring the base.
All about the base.
All about the base. That's it. That's it, Ben. It's all about the base. But what I'm going to bring in now is, and this again is a choice, it's your choice, but I'm going to use 3D Kalal glue for this to lift them off. You could use foam pads. If our Craig was here right now.
He's on the foam pads, isn't he?
Yeah, it'd be the foam pads for our Craig. But what I'm going to do is just place this around. I've got me 3D Kalal glue, or as people know, and I don't know if you know, Ben, but I call it, it's got a little affectionate nickname.
What is it?
Chunky glue.
Oh, I've heard that.
Yes.
You know what, the other day, I think it was my first day here, and what did Sarah say now? She was talking about telfies, and I was like, what's a telfie? And then there were other sayings coming in, and somebody said that I needed like a prompt sheet of sayings, and chunky glue was one of those. I was like, what's chunky glue? But so that's your expression, right? That's
my expression, yes.
Right.
Yes, I love my chunky glue, and I'll tell you why I call it. I'll tell you why I call it that. I do know its proper name. When you're looking for it on the website, please don't look for chunky glue, because it won't take you to it.
No.
It's 3D Kalal glue, but it's got a real thick consistency, and it sticks. It's perfect for things like your ribbons and your gems, and your bigger items that you want to lift off. And it's also perfect for this. It gives me the chance to be able to get things right, like a foam pad would hold it down into place straight away, Ben.
Yeah.
It gives me the chance to wriggle it around.
A bit of a wiggle and a jiggle.
A wiggle and a jiggle, yeah.
Yes.
To get it perfectly aligned up, which is why I use it ever such a lot. Our Craig is very, very good with his foam pads. He's absolutely brilliant with them. I'm not so good. Sometimes my eyes let me down.
Okay.
So that's why I use, and I'm going to have to fill me little syringe up because I'm running out of that already. But there we go. I'm going to place that onto the top then that now gives me...
That effect is amazing.
It absolutely is. See, and it's giving me the chance to get that into place.
Wiggle it and jiggle it.
In fact, let me wiggle and jiggle it, Ben. I won't be a minute. Let me give it a wiggle.
Just a little bit. We've been singing some songs
we have
today.
been singing some songs today, haven't we?
Do you know what? Whilst Debbie's just wiggling and jiggling, I've learned something about Debbie today, talking about the songs that she listens to in her car. I mean, I did not have her down as a bit of a dance music fan. But yeah, apparently loves to, get the old headbanging going when she's driving into work, bopping away. What was that song you were singing? It's got out of my head now.
Pump it up.
Bump it up. You gotta bump it up. That's what Debbie's like on the way to work. Bump it up, yeah. You gotta bump it up.
Oh, I do love a good old
wiggle and jiggle.
tune. A wiggle and a jiggle.
Yeah,
a wiggle and a jiggle. Absolutely, Ben. Absolutely. Now I'm just bringing in. I've fetched some pearls in just to literally give a nice little feature to the end result. Yeah. And I've just coloured some of my white pearls in using a pink alcohol pen. And that's exactly what I've done because I didn't have any pink ones. So I thought, right, I don't need to have any pink ones. I can colour my own. And then I've brought in as well, so I'm just going to hold that there for a second so you can see now you've got that lovely tunnel feature, again, just round there. And then I'm going to just finish it off with, Ben, if I may, one of these beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Look at these are lovely. I absolutely love these and I can't believe you get these for free. I think that's a great addition.
It's the finishing touch, isn't it?
It is that finishing touch and I love a good banner. I really do love a good banner, especially when you want to stamp your sentiment on there.
Yeah.
I'm just giving it a little bit of shape and then what I'm going to do is just add some more of my 3D Collal glue just onto there and let's place that across the bottom and there we go. We've now created that lovely tunnel inside the card, again with that beautiful design on there, and I really do think these are really fabulous. They're a gorgeous card, gorgeous concept, gorgeous idea of creating a little bit of an illusion when it comes to that tunnel and those beautiful apertures. I think it's fab.
Hey, brilliant. How cool was that? And so easy to do once again. This is the kind of collection which is going to work brilliantly if you've been crafting with us for ages or if you are brand new to it as well. Thanks for all the comments coming in. We're going to take a good look at those in just a mo. But June on YouTube says, I bought the whole bundle on Monday. I'm now making notes of when these shows air so I can come back and remember how to make the cards. And don't forget, you can obviously watch us live, but then you can rewatch the shows on YouTube, on our website as well. And obviously they stay there on the Facebook page. So plenty of opportunity to come back and watch those. And Sean on Facebook says, my bank can't cope with all these products. I want them all. Yeah, we bring you some good stuff here, don't we? I tell you what, we'll have a look because there's just so many messages coming in. Lots of messages about celebrations as well because we're talking celebrations today and we'll read loads of birthdays and anniversaries we need to come on to in just a few moments. But let me remind you before we do that of everything that we have got on the show. And as was the case last time, actually, it's the full collection which is tickling your fancy. And I'm not surprised because the deal is phenomenal and the fact that you get loads of extras in here as well. So you are going to get the Aperture Tunnel die collection. So first of all, you've got your circle. And again, you've seen that effect, how easy it is to achieve that tunnel effect. And I love the fact that you get the interchangeable kind of forefronts, if you like, of the actual dies with the holly. You've got your snowflakes in there as well. And those beautiful Christmas lights also included. And then with each of the tunnel dies, you do get a little freebie. And the freebie in this case is this beautiful Snowflake Kisses embossing folder. It really is stunning and will work an absolute treat. So those are your circles. They come with the collection. Also in the collection, you have got the squares. And once again, this is all about giving you, you know, that dimension, drawing the eye in and giving you that really cool tunnel effect. With this, of course, you get your angel, the beautiful nativity scene, and one which you're talking about again today, you were certainly talking about on Monday, the beautiful stag, that wonderful deer is included in this as well. And there's your freebie. We love a little freebie. It is the, very tuneful today, aren't I? Or not so tuneful, maybe as the case may be. That is your Holly Berries embossing folder as well. And take a look at kind of the effects that you can achieve with that. That's free with the collection. You're also going to get with the main bundle this, looking through the arch window. I feel like I'm on Play School all of a sudden. Do you remember that TV show? With your stocking, we're definitely settling on stocking. There's your Showbiz Snowman, and then you've got those beautiful Christmas baubles in there as well. And look at that effect tunnel effect of that archway. It is just phenomenal. And then once you pair it up with your embossing folder, boy oh boy, that creates a stunning effect for you, doesn't it? But that's not all that you're going to get in the main collection, because you get all of the embossing folders, all of those dies, and then we give you all of the cardstock as well. I mean, seriously, it is unbelievable. You're going to get 144 sheets of this textured cardstock, 12 by 12 the size, 230 GSM is your weight on this, and you've got all of the colours which are perfect for this collection, but then they're going to work wonderfully as well with all of your other makes year round. But you can see here in the warm tones all of those beautiful Christmassy colours, and I love the way that it just kind of like gradiates and goes through those hues very, very subtly through 36 different sheets. Then you've also got included in here your cool tones. I'm going to knock something over before the end of the show. I can guarantee it. It's going too well so far. This is your cool tones. So this is your purples, this is your blues and your lilacs and your turquoises. And again, as we see, we just flick through this slowly, you can see how that colour just changes ever so subtly, ever so carefully into all of these beautiful blues. And again, you're going to get 36 sheets of that. Next up, don't make that noise in the gallery. They're going like this in the gallery. Ooh, this one's easy. The sunflower tones. So this is your oranges, this is your yellows, this is your greens as well. Absolutely beautiful. You can't really pick up that texture on camera, but it has got that sort of textured effect on there. As we go through the oranges and the yellows into the greens. Oh, that went a bit quick. And then finally, we've got your natural tones as well, and this is kind of like Debbie was saying, like the monochromes, isn't it? But it's more than that. It's blacks, and then going through all of the different shades of the grey, and then as we go into the whites, which is sort of your your creams, into your beautiful snow white cardstock as well. Now that's all included, but we thought actually we would add into the main bundle the opportunity for you to get yourself the glue pen as well, and then also, like Debbie was showing you a few moments ago, the festive curved banner sentiments. This is worth $7.99 on its own. We are just chucking it in for free because we can. And you can see here you get the beautiful banners in the dies, the 3 different sizes, and those then all correspond with a different sentiment, all Christmas related, for all of those Christmas cards that you want to make, with joy to the world, season's greetings, peace and joy, 'tis the season, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and loads more on there. Basically, you pretty much got every sort of Christmas sentiment you would want in that set, which we're giving you for free. All in all, that is what you call a mahoosive collection. It is, producer Johnny, a mega bundle. $138.93 or $170.69 if you are in the States. Big savings to be had right across the board. Now, if you just want the cardstock, what a lot of people were doing on Monday actually was going for the main collection where you get the cardstock and then adding more cardstock in as well. And we think that's what you're doing again this afternoon, because I tell you what, it's really, really popular. The textured cardstock, so you get the 144 sheets, 4 different colours, and it's $59.97. Again, you can see the saving that you're making, £19.99 or $24.95, 144 sheets in total of that cardstock collection. Right, also, if you're wanting some tape, we have got it for you as well. This tape collection is absolutely brilliant. You're going to get the Sticks 2 small 3D foam pad kit, 20 sheets of that. You've also got your 3-pack of low tack tape. You've got your red liner double-sided tape, and then you've got your tape pen as well. 22 meters. Tape, is that what you're getting there? That's loads, isn't it? 22 meters. So that is all included in there for £18 or $28. It's a 25% saving right across the board. And then you will need a machine if you want to do die cutting and you haven't yet got one. And so handy is the Gemini Junior. You know all about this, I'm sure. It's one of the best, isn't it? One of the best die cutting and embossing machines. You have got total control here, and the fact that you can go forwards, backwards, you can die cut and emboss with that as well. Use Hey everyone, looking forward to Sarah enough Christmas. And we're talking about working. Yeah, Sarah, her husband and I are celebrating our congratulations. And then one from Tall Chicky 8 on YouTube. I'm celebrating that I wake up to each joyful day and spend time with this great group of folks from all over the world. Aww, well, we love having your company as well. One more for now. Kathy on YouTube says, celebrating my granddaughter's first day of kindergarten. It's amazing how fast she's grown and sad that she's not a baby anymore. But they're always your babies though, aren't they? My son's 12 and my daughter's 9 and I still call them little babies. My son hates it. He hates it. Oh, get off, Dad, for goodness sake. But anyway, keep those coming in. What you're celebrating, please. Get in touch with us with any questions as well. I'm celebrating my Facebook page, and if you go to my Facebook page, by the way, you can win yourself a little prize. Oh, yes. I've got a Gemini Go to give away and a selection of dies to go with it. Now, that was due to end on Monday, but of course, Tuesday, but when my Facebook page crashed, obviously you couldn't enter the competition. So we're now running that competition up until next Tuesday. So if you search for Ben Mosby on Crafters Companion on Facebook, like the page, there it is, all the details there, and then you can join in, just comment on the post for the prize and we'll draw out a winner next Tuesday when I'm back. That's my next day back after today. There's me Facebook, and then you got disappeared, and then you've got the grams as well. I'm trying to get active on the old grams, as Sarah calls it, but I'm not as active as I am on Facebook. That's what Sarah calls it, the grams. Anyway, enough chat from me. Debbie, are you on the grams?
On the what? What did you do?
On the grams.
On the grams?
Yeah, you have to do the whole.
You have to do all that. No, my daughter. My daughter will be screaming at the screen. Mom, no, don't do it, Mom, don't do it. I try and act all cool sometimes and I go in and I keep forgetting I'm 52. I mean, come on, hey, Debbie, come on.
You drive down the motorway singing, gotta bump it up, you gotta pump it up. I mean, that is cool in my eyes, seriously.
Bless you. Oh, Ben, you do make me chuckle. Oh. Now then, I'm going to use the arched window, one of my favourite designs. I love that arched window feel. But you can, oh, sorry. I must learn to listen to Adam Byrne. I really must learn to listen to him in his lovely Liverpudlian accent, because I just think he's got a gorgeous accent. I could listen to him all day long. But I need to listen more. So I do apologise, Adam. I'll keep still. I'll hold it there when you tell me to hold it there. Do as you're told, Debbie. And I'll do as I'm told. But I just show you exactly what you're getting. Again, 3 different concepts. So here you can see we've got that lovely, I just adore him. I am going to use him because I think he's so cute. The Snowman. We've also got those lovely Christmas ornaments, or Christmas baubles, as we affectionately call them. And then we've got the stocking, or as our Sarah affectionately calls it,
booty.
The Christmas booty.
Arr, the Christmas booty. Arr.
And then you also get those dies that create the tunnel, so those apertures that you can create. And you know what? They're a great addition because you can use them in your other things. Aside from Christmas, you can use these in other elements of your crafting. So I did forget to tell you as well, Ben, that in every single packet there's a little instruction sheet.
Well, that's handy.
Very handy to know, because sometimes we forget to watch these shows, we forget to look back, or you think, it's a bit like reading a manual, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'll just try it myself. I'll just have a go myself. So, but yeah, that's what you can do. So there's a little instruction sheet on there. So I'm going to bring in, now I'm going to make a diorama card, because it's one of my favourite styles. And I'll tell you what I'm using. I'm using some craft card. Our Jan would be really proud of me. She knows it's not one of my favourites. I'm always stamping card normally. Always a stamping card girl, white stamping card. But I thought I'd do some craft card because I think this will look really nice.
Okay.
So, with that said, Ben, I've taken 2 pieces of craft card and I'll give you the measurements of this. So I've actually measured it at 7 inches in, what's the right word, Ben? I always forget this one.
7 inches in inches?
Depth, width, height. Yes, 7 inches in height, because this is a 5x7 folder.
Yes.
And then this is actually at 9 1/4 inches. And what I've done is I've taken my scoreboard and scored at 1 inches, scored at 2, and then reversed it if it's a smaller board, 1 and 2. Yeah. And I've done that on both sheets. And what that actually does is when you put them together, Ben, it creates that lovely feature of where you've got this beautiful like diorama. It's almost like a theatre, because you could add elements into there and add a theatre card. So let me go back and show you that sample. By that I mean this beautiful one here. Can you see there? It's very much similar, apart from it hasn't got the tabs on the side, but you can create that by using very similar effect there to create that lovely tunnel feel to it. Is that the right word I'm looking for?
Sounds good to me.
Right, so I'm going to move one piece because the only piece I want to cut into is one of these. Now again, if you think about this, I've got my folder. We're going to place that folder into the centre, and that's the reason I chose, Ben, as well, because it's like just slightly under 5 inches. So that's why I chose 9 1/4. It fits absolutely perfectly over there. So you're not having to mess about trying to, oh, have I got it in centre? It actually fits absolutely spot on. But what I need to fit now is the die into the right place. So I've chosen the Snowman for this particular one. So I'm just going to lift that up for a second, just going to slide it in, get it into position. Oh, look at that. That was quite good.
That was good, that was.
That was a good one, weren't it? Yeah, absolutely. Could you see slightly a little bit over the top? So I'm just going to move it up a little bit more, fraction more. And I think it's worth doing this just to get it right into place. Although, to be fair, if you're a fraction out, I don't think it's really going to matter.
World, is it?
No, it's not going to be end of world. So I know now. Oh, Debbie, your folder's moved. Oh, there we go. So let me lift that off, because if you remember what I said at the very beginning, we're not going to use them both together. And if you did, I can tell you now, you're going to damage your embossing folder.
Yes.
And I know we're giving it away, like.
But don't damage it.
But don't damage it.
On.
Look after it.
Yeah.
You look after it, this is going to last you for years and years and years. And another thing as well, this style of cards at Christmas time, they're never going to go out of fashion.
No.
This is going to be something that you're going to be able to use year in and year out.
Because Christmas comes every year as well, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Of course it does.
Yeah.
Of course it does. Happens every year whether we like it or not.
Yeah.
Now, all I'm going to do, because I am using my Gemini Junior, I'm going to place it onto my Gemini plate. So I've literally folded it over the top there. And then again, like I said, Ben, at the beginning, it is a thin metal die. So your combination will just be for your thin metal dies.
Okay.
Now, I am using my large Junior. My larger Junior?
Large Junior?
What's a large Junior?
I don't know. Is that a senior?
It could be.
If you're a large
I'm
junior.
using as our Craig affectionionally calls it, it's the Big Daddy.
The Big Daddy.
Yeah, it's the Big Daddy of them all. It's the original, it's the OG. It's the original.
OG.
The OG. Getting down with them kids. I'm getting down with them kids.
Get down with the kids on the ground with the OG. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, I felt right cool then, going right down.
You were looking cool, I tell you what. You'll have a backwards baseball cap and a pair of shades in a minute, Debbie.
Oh no, look what's happened, Ben. I didn't tape him down properly. Oh no.
Oh.
Right, so do you know what? A little faux pas. I'm going to go and straighten that up, Ben.
Right.
So do you want to read a few comments?
I've got loads of
while
comments.
I do another one and get that into place?
Don't you worry, loads of comments here. It's too busy being cool with the grams. Susan says, today is my 63rd birthday. Happy birthday, Susan. Enjoy watching you this morning. Welcome, Ben. Thank you. Vera on YouTube says, I once embossed, then cut using my Gemini. The result? Flat card again. Always best to cut first. And there's lots of people like Shireen on Facebook who's agreeing with reusing the tape like Debbie did earlier on. She said, I always keep using my low tack tape till it no longer holds. Eleanor Jones on Facebook says, I'm multitasking. I'm watching the live and helping my granddaughter with her schoolwork. We're going to see how this works. Yeah, that'll be interesting. And also, Gwen, how am I going to say this? Gwendolyn Go, I think that's, yes, there we are. Gwendolyn Go, watercolour on YouTube says, OMG, I must absolutely get these. They are beautiful. Christy Mahoney on Facebook, I'm going to have withdrawals whilst I'm at work today. And then Bev says, yes, a minute ago we were talking about Crush a Grape. Yes, I remember Crush a Grape. You two really make me laugh. Ben, I love your presenting style. You're so funny. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate that you find us hilarious. Lots of questions coming in, but I tell you what I'll do is I'll put a few questions to Debbie in just a few moments' time. There's so many comments coming in, I can't keep up, but we'll do questions and more comments in just a minute. I think Debbie is almost ready over the other side.
Well, do you know what? I thought about actually cutting back another one, but do you know what I thought? I'm going to use this. I'm going to have it as the back because I can stick something over the back of it. Why waste the cardstock? Remembering what our Jan said, no such thing as waste. Then I thought, yes, Debbie, yes, we're not gonna chop into another piece of craft card. We're gonna just use that one and show you what you can do if, like Debbie, you have a little faux pas now and again. However, well, I said now and again, I'm trying to kid. Right, so let me just show you another thing as well about this die, Ben. Can you see all these pieces here? So these are his carrot nose, lovely little dicky bird there. We've got his scarf. And then lastly, we've got all of his buttons that go down his middle of his tummy. And then we've also got a little stones there for his smile and his two little eyes. No such thing as waste, Ben. So you have got the ability to create and build up your snowman, and I'll show you that in a moment. However, I've got my nice flat one all ready now because I taped it down both top and bottom. I tell you, Ben, you'll get used to me. You'll get used to me. Right, so all you now do is place it back in. So you make sure that you've got it into position again. So around that snowman. And like I said, if it is a little fraction out, don't worry too much. But I can see that that looks about right. Absolutely fine. So I'm going to place now onto there and pop that in. Now, there's two ways you can do this because you can use this from the back. And do you know, we talk about an embossing folder where you've got the recessed side and the raised side, and they push together and the raised push through to give you that lovely emboss. There's nothing to stop you from using the deboss side either. So you could use the deboss side. So what I'm just going to do now is I'm going to bring in, and again, I want that little bit of oomph. Remember what I said earlier, Ben? So I'm going to pop that on to the edge, and again, I'm going to feed that in. And that'll just give me a crisper bit of embossing as well, okay? So we will just wait for that to go through, and then what that'll have done will have really, really embossed it, a real nice detail there. Oh, that looks lovely. That looks absolutely beautiful. I love that. You can really see that lovely frosted brick. Oh, do you know what I need to ask Kelly to go and do if Kelly's still around? Yeah. So producer Johnny, could you ask Kelly really nicely to find me some glitter? Some fine glitter, yeah. Because you know what I thought? This frosted brick needs a bit of glitter. Oh, yes. Got to have a little bit of glitter. Honestly, this looks absolutely fabulous. But now you can see just how gorgeous that looks. And I think what I'm just going to do is emphasize it a little bit more by bringing in one of my ink pads. So again, I'm going to use, now we'll have to check producer Johnny, do we have any Friar Brown on the show today? Friar Brown? Friar Brown, yes. Oh. This is our Friar Brown water reactive ink pad. Oh, fabulous. Yeah, we have got them, I think. There we have, yeah. So again, this just highlights a bit of colour just onto it and picks that craft card out just really lovely as well. Michelle was asking on YouTube, what is the bottom of the ink blending tool made of? Is it foam? This, yes, it's like a sponge. Yeah, it's like a sponge, yes. Sponge. Really lovely for using, but obviously you've got a top quality ink pad, so it works really beautifully with that as well. So I'm just going to literally take that all the way around there. Oh, and as if by magic I've got some glitter. Look at that, the glitter fairy. The glitter fairy's just come in the building. Made a delivery in the building. Absolutely, absolutely. Now then, I'm gonna add a touch of glitter on there. I'm gonna do it now before I add the snowman on, just so that I can add this little bit of. I mean, look at this. I've got a couple here. Oh, I love this one. This is gorgeous. But yes, so all I'm going to do is take a bit of, and this is tacky glue, Ben, that I've decanted into my fine tip applicator bottle. Yeah. And I'm just going to go over where all my frosted bits are. So this is when you can start to pick, because it's not just at the top. We've got all this glitter, this frosted brick. Can you see it's in plenty of places on here? Yeah. And this is what you can do. You can just add your glue all over, and in fact I will do that top because I think that'll look really nice. But yeah, you've got the brick, and then you've got the where the snow falls. Oh, did anybody get that fake snow, the faux snow that we had with Sarah's collection? Wasn't you? Oh, you weren't here, Ben. No. You weren't here for the glittering snowflake shows. No, I wasn't. I remember that. Yes, the faux snow, fake snow. What's it called? Faux snow. Faux snow. Faux snow. Faux snow. Faux snow doesn't sound right when I'm saying it, does it? I like it. I like it. I like the northern accent. Yeah. Faux snow. And yesterday, Sarah was making bows. Was she making bows? Bows. Bows? Bows with faux snow. Right, Ben, so because this is tacky glue and it's still wet, it doesn't dry instantly, so it doesn't. So you've got time to be able to get it into place. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring in a piece of spare cardstock, and I'll just try and find. Yep, that'll do. I'll have that one. I think someone's been chopping bits out of it by the looks of it. But what I'm just going to do is...
Look like someone got a bit hungry, I don't know about anything else.
Now, I know I am, Ben, but no. I said I was going to eat before show today, and it didn't happen, did it?
Couldn't find anything else, so you ate some card.
I know, so I ate a bit of card instead. But all I'm doing is just literally lightly going over, and this is glitter from the website, so you'll be able to check it out on the website. Website?
The website?
What's the website?
I don't know.
Website. But all I'm going to do... Oh, look how gorgeous that looks with the faux snow. It's almost like giving it faux snow just on there. Absolutely beautiful. So again, I'm just going to leave that for a moment to dry off, and I'm going to place my glitter back in to the little pots. There we go.
Can I just ask you what you do? A couple of questions I want to ask.
Of course you can.
You know the Snowflake demo you did? What ink were you using there? Can we remember what that was?
The snow, yes, it was the pale fig. I was going to use pink tulip, but I changed my mind at the last minute.
There you go.
Because any will do. It depends on the colour combination that you want to go for. So you could use any colour combination, to be fair, really, Ben. Okay. Absolutely can.
There you go, Loretta. And one question from Gwendolyn on YouTube. You know the spray that you were using, the, what was it called? The Spray and Sparkle.
Spray and Sparkle, yes.
She says, could that be shipped outside of the UK?
Oh, that is a good question. Now, I'm not sure about that one.
Okay,
I don't think that's yet happening. I think we perhaps may need to check that one out for you and let you know during the course of the show. But I've got a feeling it's a no at the moment.
All right.
Just because of how, with it being an aerosol spray, is that right? Am I thinking right there? I think it's something to do with that bit.
All right.
I will find that out for you and let you know. Absolutely.
And Cynthia on Facebook says they should add a search for chunky glue just for you, Debbie. That's referring to the 3D glue, wasn't it? So yeah, we'll try and get that sorted as well for you. We'll get them to add chunky glue. Can you imagine if they did? I would love that. I would love that.
Now then, Ben, could you imagine having my little voice over there? Chunky glue.
Yeah. As you check out, you bought the chunky glue. And the faux snow.
And the faux snow. Oh dear. Now, Ben, while I've been busy there, I've just run through my design again. So I've cut the snowflake out. So not a snowflake, that's because we were talking about snowflakes. I've cut my snowman out because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to release this, and this is going to be what I build on the top. Okay, so I'm just going to release it all the way around there. You just follow the lines, and it's very, very easy to do. I love the fact that they stay connected into that cardstock. I think it's so clever. Yeah. It really is. I am going to chop his arms off though, Ben. Sounds painful. Ow. It does sound painful, but I want his arms brown. I want him to look like twigs.
They're only twigs anyway.
I'm taking those off for a second. So now you can see I've got my lovely little snowman, maybe armless. Armless. Like a play on puns today, isn't it, Ben? Play on pun words, yes. Now, then, all I've done now is... I've taken all these bits out so you can see his buttons and his little mouth and his little eyes. You can see his little scarf, the nose and the bird. Well, we can colour them in. So you can take your pens and you can colour in. Now, I've pulled my tri-blends just out for a second. But I do know, have we got other things on the show today? Classics or, well, any. Just have a quick peek. But look, this is what you can do. And I did cut it out.
We had the Christmas classics.
You had some new ones.
We had the 4 different holiday colours. It was vintage, traditional, contemporary, and one other which I can't remember. It was 6 pens, and they each came with a free metallic marker as well, didn't they?
Oh,
so search for those. The Classics Holiday Collection, I think they were called.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, I missed that because I was busy yesterday myself down at Peterborough. I was at Creative Craft, so I missed the shows yesterday. I'm going to be watching them on catch up, as you do. I usually have it on audio in the car sometimes when I'm not playing when I'm not playing me music. But yes,
popping along. Gotta pump it up. Gotta pump it up.
But I sometimes listen and have it on audio so that I can hear you and see what you're getting up to. But I did miss that one, Ben. I missed that. What's a shame, because that sounds... And it sounds like I need some new pens.
Well, absolutely it does. Yeah, you definitely need them.
Oh, they sound lovely. They really do. Now, all I've done, Ben, is I'm just colouring it in a little... Oh, no, I'm using it light again. I wanted to use medium because it's me. Yeah, there we go. Let's lose medium. But again, you can colour these in. You can colour in with whatever you want. Your sparkle pens. You could even cut them out, Ben, in different colour cardstock. As in those gorgeous cardstocks that we've got on the show today.
We have got some gorgeous cardstock. We're going to recap on all of it in just a few moments, actually, because Marianne on YouTube has actually said, can you show the bundle items again, please? Well, we can. Should we do that now, or should we... Let's wait and see Debbie's finished demo, and then we'll recap on all of those for you if you have just joined, because there's lots to show you.
Well, all I'm going to do, Ben, is literally, I'm just going to place these bits together. So you start to build up your snowman. So again, I could use me, and I'm going to show you the one that I've actually done, because you can see him peeking in the corner. Although I did use a different orange, and I think I want his nose to be really bright orange now, so I might just stick that over top. In fact, yes, I am. I want his nose to stick out a little bit more and look like a little carrot. But that's all you do. You just build it up. It's like building your own character. Do you know we have those gorgeous builder character ones?
Yeah.
That's what you're doing with that one. You're just building him up. So you're popping all the details on. You could cut the hat out again in a darker colour and just snip it off and add it onto the top if you want.
Oh, okay.
But I'm all ready now to put him on to the top of my card. Now, I've even got my little bird, and I've got him, I'm ready to perch him somewhere on him. So I'm just going to stick him there for now so I don't lose him, Ben, because I know what I'm like.
Yes.
I know what I'm like. Let's move my plates out of the way for a second.
What are you doing with his arms?
Here. You what, sorry?
What are you doing with his arms?
Oh, just throwing him at Ben.
Oh,
he's armless. Well, no, he's not armless really, because I'm going to be adding him onto here. So I'm going to be putting him on so you can see now.
I get it now.
I'm going to add him on. And
He's got his arms back.
He's got his arms back, but I'm going to use a foam pad. Craig will be really proud of me. I'm going to use my foam pads. I could have, of course, used my glue.
Your glue, yep.
I could indeed.
Your chunky glue.
My chunky glue. I could have used that, absolutely. But what I'm just going to do is just create a little bit of dimension again with the snowman. So let's pop that off the back, there we go, and then I'm just going to add it over the top, and you'll see now, Ben, why I chopped his arms off, because look,
yeah.
He's got his lovely twig arms, there you go, you can see his little twiglet arms, and he's ready now to decorate to the card. However, we need, let me just make sure I get rid of all this spare glitter, we need to create the aperture. So I've done exactly the same with the arch one that I did with that first demonstration, and by that I'll show you. I've got these lovely colours, and I've taken from the neutral tones again, so you can see now I've got the light grey. I love that gradient of colour. That is being worked out to perfection, and it's absolutely beautiful. But remembering, I want my light grey to be the smallest, so by that, again, exactly what I did in that first demo, I'm going to reverse them, and what we're going to do is place that on and then cut them all out. And then the second layer, like I did with that other one, once you've cut that out, and you'll know that then you can fit that perfectly over the second layer and the third layer. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Absolutely. Rather than me show you that again, and we might touch on that again later, but I don't want to keep repeating the same thing, but it's exactly the same way, and that is how that creates. So you've got that perfect there, where you've got that small aperture, then you can fit that over the top, and then that one fits over the top as well. So again, I just need to lift it off, Ben. So while I'm just foam padding.
Shall I recap?
Yes, absolutely. Have a little recap.
I'll do that. Thank you for all the messages coming in as well, by the way. We'll have a look at those in a sec. But let's recap on your bundle, because it is proving very, very popular indeed. So you can get all of these individually, of course. So details on your screen of the individuals. The interchangeable circle tunnel die with the Snowflake embossing folder, which comes free. So you get with this all of those beautiful dies. So you've got your holly, you've got your snowflake, and you've got those Christmas lights in there as well. And then the dies to allow you to achieve that tunnel effect, which is just so cool, that we've seen over the course of the last hour and a bit. This is the freebie that you get with it. So it's $24.99, but we then give you the snowflake embossing folder to go with it. And as you can see, it's going to work absolutely beautiful with your circle tunnel die. Now, you're also going to have the opportunity to go for the square. Again, same sort of idea, same sort of thing with this. It gives you that amazing tunnel effect, really draws the eye into your project, doesn't it? And look at the three different focal points that you've got with that beautiful nativity scene. You've got your wonderful angel there as well, and still proving ever so popular is the stag. Now that is $24.99, but we're going to throw in for free your Holly Berries embossing folder as well. Absolutely stunning. And again, you know how well that's going to work with the collection. $24.99 or $29.95. I think this is my favourite as far as the shapes are concerned. The arch window is actually proving the most popular on its own. It's just a really, really cool design, isn't it? You've got your Christmas stocking here. There's our friend, the showbiz snowman. Jazz hands. He is there, isn't he? First, it's because he's got a top hat on. I think that's what it is. He's just jazz hands. You've also got the baubles here as well, and those 3 ties to give you the opportunity to create again that amazing tunnel effect. And this is just lovely, isn't it? The frosted brick embossing folder that goes with it. That again is absolutely free for that price. It's a steal, $24.99. But if you're saying to me, I like the lot, I want to get them all together, go for the main collection, which will also include your cardstock. If you want to go for the cardstock individually, you can, but it comes with the main bundle. And you basically get all of the different colours. So you've got your warm tones, you've got your cool tones, you've got your sunflower tones, and you've got your neutral tones as well, all included. So 12 by 12, 36 sheets in each. And as we saw, you get that. I won't flick through them all again, but just to show you like the gradation that you get. Still loving that word. Still not sure if it is an actual word. Oh, it is a word. Good, but you can see how it all works perfectly again. So if you're one of those people worrying about kind of colour matching or what goes with what, everything's been thought about for you with this collection. So 144 sheets in total with those 4 different paper pads, 230 GSM, $59.97 individually or $74.85 if you're watching us in America. But as I said, you get that with your main collection. And if you go for the whole main collection, we will give you a tape pen, and this is such a great freebie. It's worth $7.99 on its own. This is your festive curved banner sentiments. This is what you need to kind of finish off your project. I know people are buying this individually, which is fine, but you get it for free in your main collection. There you go. So if you want to go for it individually, you can. It's $7.99 or $9.95. You've got the 3 different size banner dies there, and then you can fit in all of these wonderful Christmas sentiment stamps as well. Deck the halls. You've got Merry and Bright, Happy New Year, 'Tis the Season. Oh, they're all on there, and they're all going to fit into those wonderful dies. And as we've seen, great way to finish off the project. It's an amazing buy, £138.93, $170.69, savings to be had all over the place. But get it whilst you can, because that stock level is dwindling as I speak. So make sure you grab it. Lots of nice messages coming in. Diane on Facebook says, I need to stop watching Debbie. She makes me want to have everything she demos, and I've noticed that they have her demoing the most expensive items of the week. Sarah is a wise woman. Mary Ann on YouTube says, wow, that paper, especially the colour gradient. Betsy says on Facebook, Ben, before you can be an official presenter... before you can be an official presenter, you must knock over the display at least once, like Joe and Derek have done. I mean, have I got to knock the whole display over, or... Stay tuned, and I promise I'll knock something over. And Rosalinda says, I love the embossing folders. The creative juices are flowing. Keep those messages coming in. Any more questions? I know there's some on there, which we will ask Debbie in a few moments. Keep those coming in, and we'll pose those to Debbie in the last 45 minutes. And also, we're asking for celebrations, please. Anything you're celebrating today, this week, this month, get those in, and we'll give them a mention before the end of the show in about 40 minutes' time. It's whizzing by, so I think we ought to go over to the other side of the studio and see what Debbie's up to. What you got for us? Right, so I'm just finishing this demonstration off. That's what I'm going to do, Ben. So I've been doing a little bit of snipping and getting everything ready and putting all my bits together. So what I've just done, this was that waist piece, and when I did my little faux pas, I've just literally popped a little piece onto the back. I'm now going to place a little piece onto that middle, and hey presto, I'm saying I've not wasted anything, Ben, but guess what I've had to do? I've had to cut 2 pieces out anyway. Wow. Oh, well, there we go. Swings and roundabouts, swings and roundabouts. But literally now, all I'm going to do is pop this together. So I've created this aperture
And I just think this is fabulous. I say Aperture, it's this gorgeous tunnel. Imagine literally, I mean, I could double foam pad this up and create more of a tunnel, but you can see now each one of those being lined up. That's just going to sit now perfectly in there, Ben, in the middle. And then what I'm going to do is literally just run down the edges and put the front and the back together. So I'm just going to pop that down to one side. I'm going to make sure I've got the right way around. And then I'm just going to place that over the edge, just to match that. And it's just these two little flaps that you stick down. So it's this one here, and then literally the same on the other side. Just going to take my tape just down, and then literally again just match that up. And so now you can see that I've got that lined up perfectly, and it just needs its couple of little finishing touches. So again, I'm using that lovely banner that comes with the whole lot. So again, I'm just going to place that onto the bottom. In fact, we'll have that going across there. I love the style of this. Yeah. And I'm just going to finish it with a little bow just on the top. So I'll pop that down. But let me not forget his little bird now then. Shall we have the bird perched on his hand, on his hat? Oh. Where shall we have? Oh, I tell you what. Could be sat at the bottom, couldn't it?
It could be.
Could be. In fact, no, I tell you what.
I was going to say on his hand.
On his hand?
Yeah, I think that'd be quite nice.
We'll have it on the hand then. There we go. Just for you, Ben. So there you go. Created a lovely diorama card now using that frosted brick, using that lovely arched aperture, that beautiful snowman I just think is absolutely fabulous. And again, creating that lovely effect there we're using. And to be fair, Ben, once it's all dry, it will fold flat. You just push that in each side, and it folds flat, perfectly flat. Well, I say perfectly flat. It's got that little raised up feature, which just is absolutely gorgeous, and a lovely different way again of giving your recipient a different style card.
There you go. There was a question about earlier on actually whether it would fold flat or not. So there you go. Answers there for you. We'll just take a few more comments and fire some more questions as well. Christiana on YouTube says, "Good morning. I just can't help myself. I got the bundle after watching the 2 cards made. That's wonderful. I know, isn't it wonderful?" Cindy Sue on Facebook, hello Cindy Sue, says, "Could you cut out the centre of the embossing folder to get the centre placement spot on?"
Could you what, sorry?
Could you cut out the centre of the embossing folder to get the centre placement spot on?
You did fussy cut it, do you mean? With some scissors and a knife? What? Why not?
Yeah.
Absolutely, why not?
I think you're always easier though, isn't it?
However, don't forget that, so I'm going back to my little snowman, the aperture. Because it stays connected into there. So if you're meaning, do you cut it out first? Oh. You mean, I need to really read that question properly. So who was it that said that, Ben?
It is from Cindy Sue.
Cindy Sue. I'll go and have a little nosy so I can read it properly, because I need it to just register in here. Because if you do cut it out, where's your aperture going? Where's the design going to stick?
Oh yeah.
If I'm reading that the way you've just said it, although Debbie, I haven't had enough coffees yet. Let me just tell you, Cindy, I'll have a little look at that question and I'll get back to you. Okay.
All right. Do you want another question then, or was that one fried your brain?
That one fried my brain. Go on, ask me another one.
Another Cindy on Facebook says, here we go. Can you go over what a thin metal die combination is for the Gemini?
Absolutely.
Still learning.
Absolutely, I can. So I've got my plates here. So a thin metal die combination. Now, if you were reading your manual that comes with the machine, it'll give you this way. So you've got your cutting plate, your plastic shim, your magnetic shim, and then you place your die. Let me just pull a die off for a second. Just give me a tiny moment there. So you put your die on and that holds it into place. So you don't have to use any tape this way, okay? And then you would put your cardstock onto the top. So let's put the cardstock onto the top, and then you'd place your other cutting plate. And what that does is it cuts upwards. However, if you watch any of us here at Crafters TV, you'll probably see us do this. So we have his cutting plate down on the base, there. Then we pop his plastic shim down, okay? Yep. Then we place, oh no we don't, Debbie, you've got it the wrong way around. Put your cardstock down. Then you place your die face down, so blade facing down. And then we pop on plastic shim, magnetic shim, cutting plate, and run through. Did that hopefully make sense? Now, the only reason we do that is when we do that, we usually tape things down into place, but you can actually see where you're going. Does that make sense? I think it's just a personal choice.
Okay.
I know a lot of people prefer the way that it says in the book, which is your cutting plate, your plastic shim, your magnetic shim to hold your die into place. So by that, there's no need for any tape. The only problem there is if you're wanting to get it into a place, you'd probably have to use your grid, because you've got your grid, your measurement grid on there. And then you place that on, and then lastly, blade facing upwards, cuts into that cutting plate. I hope that helped.
Thank you so much. There you go, Cindy. A couple more then. Betsy's loving her water reactive ink pads. Kathy's just placed her order, excited to get it. Well done, Kathy. And Heather in Canada says, hi, Debbie and Ben from Ontario, Canada. I love those tunnel dies. More questions to come, which we'll fire at Debbie in just a few moments, but we'll get another demo started. And whilst we get all ready for that, let's tell you about something which may be new to you if you're new to the channel. Club Inspire. Here's some details.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now, on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money-saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind-the-scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
Yeah, certainly if you're new to the channel and you started shopping with us, get involved in the club. Plenty of reasons there, as Sarah was describing, as to why you should and why it's all very beneficial. We've only got 35 minutes remaining of this masterclass. I can't believe where the timer's gone. It's flown by. Keep the messages coming in and we will... we will mention those. So I'll just see one come through from Diane on Facebook, who we know we were talking earlier on, saying that our brain's a bit fried. She says, because it's hump day, Debbie, we were talking about hump day earlier on, and it's like an expression that I've not really heard a lot of, and maybe it's a Crafters TV thing, middle of the week, hump day, but we're having a lot of fun, aren't we? Get in touch with us, say hello, and we're going to get ready for our next little demonstration. What are you going to show us, Debbie? I'm
going to make a domed card this time, a domed front card, and create that lovely aperture. So, and I'm using some of our matte black cardstock for this one. So I've already cut myself a base down to size. And again, I've made it fit the design, which is 5x7. Don't forget though, you're not limited to that. You can take it into other things, and I'll show you some samples later to show you some of the sizes that you can go to. You've already seen us do the diorama size, which were bigger than a 5x7. But what we're going to do now is, that's the base, so it's cut down to 5x7 already. But what I've done, Ben, is I've taken, to create my dome, it has to be bigger. So you have to create a bigger piece of cardstock. So for this, what I've done is I've still kept that height of 7 inches, and I said centimetres then, 7 inches. But what I've done is I've created 8. And you probably think, let me just get that right. Yes, I've created 8 in created. I've cut. Johnny's saying created. You've created.
There's me just going, yep. You've created, yes. cut.
I have. I've cut it to size. So it's 7 inches in height and 8 in length. That's the right word I'm looking for. Because 5 is the base part here. But what I've done is I want to create a real nice dome, and I want to have some tabs at the side as well. So with that said, I've scored a tab down here now, just so you can show you, at 1 inch. And I've done exactly the same on the other side. So now I've got my 2 little flaps, and then also enough space for a dome as well, okay? Now then, it's exactly the same. I'm going to use the square one. We haven't used the square one yet, and I love all of these, but I was tossing and turning which one to use. I'm going to use him. I'm going to have to use him because I love him. I've got to use him. He's absolutely gorgeous. There's a lot of love for him, and I'm not surprised. But exactly the same that I said. Now you can see it's bigger than a 5-inch platform. But I'm not going to worry too much. It adds a nice little bit of a... What's that word I'm looking for, Ben?
What's that one?
A nice feature.
A feature, yes.
A nice feature, that's it. And you've got that beautiful holly as well. Absolutely fabulous. Oh, Ben!
Come on.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I've just seen something so exciting. Oh, I just think this is really... Can I just show you? Can I show you?
We've had a special delivery.
Can I just show you what's just been delivered into the craft room? My very own Debbie.
Yay! Woo!
Thank you so much. I'm so excited. I can't wait to use her. She's going to be well. He's walking out of the room. Oh, and he's so creative. Do you know our Liam's joined us quite recently, but he's brilliant crafter. I tell you now, that guy shouldn't be behind the scenes. We should be having him in front of the scenes, but we'll talk to Sarah. So but I've got my own.
Is that what happens here then? So you basically say, whilst you're on Crafters TV, that you want something, and then when you say that you want it, you get it. Is that what happens?
Well, I did ask Ben. I got my best wish because I asked for you. I asked for you and I got you. Yay!
Well, let me try. I've always wanted a sports car. How the door's that? Oh, no, I'm not getting. No, he's taking his head now. Taking it too far.
Yeah, a card, sports card.
Sports card.
Yeah, sports
card.
No,
sports car, not sports card.
Don't you just love it up here? I absolutely love being at Crafters Companion HQ in the craft room. I absolutely love it. So yes, so that's exactly the same way, Ben. I've actually put my embossing folder in there. I'm going to bring my stag in because it's exactly the same way. I'm just going to place it in, and you can actually see it really well on the black cardstock. That really is a very good clear indication of where I want it. And again, I'm just going to hold it into place. I'm not going to move it, but this time I'm going to make sure I've got 2 pieces of tape, Ben. 2 pieces of tape down there.
That's it.
So again, all I'm going to do is hold that down. I'm putting my low tack tape on the inside, and look, another little piece there. We've got that lovely moon. Is it the half moon? Remembering though, take the folder out because we don't want to die cut at the same time as embossing, because this is not a cut and emboss folder. So again, I'm just going to place that in there, and again, I'm just going to place for a thin metal die combination. The way that I do it and the way that most of us do it is this way. But like I said, I've just given you that little visual, so it's entirely up to you. It's what you feel comfortable with. It's how you like to craft.
Crescent moon, that, wasn't it? Was it a crescent moon, I think? Remember that
crescent moon?
The biscuits?
Did I call it half moon?
Full moon? Half moon? Total eclipse. Do you remember that advert?
Oh, don't love a Jaffa cake.
There's me.
Sorry, Ben. Was I not meant to mention that?
I don't know. Well, you've done it now. Other biscuity type cake things are available, because is it a biscuit or a cake? Who knows?
Ooh, it's a crossover. It's one of those hybrids. It's definitely a bit of both. Oh, but aren't they lovely? They are nice. But yes, sorry, Ben. Sorry. Right, there we go. Now look how gorgeous that looks. Do you know, even in black cardstock, look how sensational he looks. Stop giggling, Ben, stop giggling.
Sorry.
But there we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in the embossing folder, because I do want the embossed detail. I'm going to push it right up to where I want that. Again, place it in. Oh, look, perfect. Perfectly aligned as well. So I'm just going to now run this through. Shall I go for that bit of oomph again?
Give it a bit of oomph, yeah.
Going to put me metal shim in there. Just make sure it's not moved though while I've just been... There we go.
Tell you what you need to do, Debbie.
Yes, what's that?
Pump it up. You gotta pump it up.
Do you know?
What's that dancing? That's terrible.
Dancing.
That's dad dancing, isn't it?
Ben. Oh God, I love it. I love it. Oh, Ben. Oh, I tell you, this is why I wanted you up here. Let me tell you now.
So you could see me dad dance.
See your dad dancing, exactly. Now, there we go. You can see now just how lovely that looks. Again, can't really see the detail at the moment, that embossing detail.
Yeah, you can.
However, guess what I'm going to bring in? Some of my favourites. Bit of wax.
Yeah.
Let's get a bit of wax slapped on there because this is going to really, really make this pop out. But again, do you know if you did it in like a different colour, like if you used white stamping card or something like that, you could take your pens and you could colour those hollies in. That would look absolutely beautiful, Ben. It really would. Okay. Now, I'm just going to do a little fraction of that, Ben, because I've already done one and I do want to try and cram another demo in.
Just whilst you're using that wax as well, I've got a wax-related question from Laura on Facebook. He says, what is the difference between how do you pronounce this? Pebbio?
Pebbio.
What is the difference between the Pebbio building wax colours, antique gold and Renaissance gold?
Ooh, well.
Have you got
I have.
There?
I have indeed.
That.
So,
well prepared.
There you go. We're well prepared. Do you want to see them up close?
Yeah.
So this is, I'll show you first, this one here that I'm waving is the antique gold.
Okay.
Really beautiful, ancient, bronzy looking gold.
Yeah.
And then the Renaissance, a very rich, beautiful gold there as well. What colour would you call that, Ben, if you were trying to describe it? Isn't gold. You can see the antique bronzy.
Yeah, antique.
And then obviously...
That one's sort of more... what yellowy gold?
Renaissance?
Renaissance?
Mustard gold?
Yeah, I like that.
But I hope you got to see that because honestly, it's the beautiful. And you know when you mix them together, oh, they are beautiful. And that's what I've done. I'm mixing Renaissance and the antique together. And I've just done it on a fraction of the bottom part. Now, I don't know, again, can you see how beautiful that looks when it pops out? All you need to do is give it a little bit of a buff. And I say buff, Ben, you can use a cloth. You can use a tissue, and all it just buffs it up a little bit because Pebbio was initially. What are you laughing at me?
Gotta buff it up. Gotta buff it up.
Initially.
Sorry, everything
I wish I'd never told you. I wish I'd never said out now.
Carry on anyway.
I'm kidding. But what it just does is, best not use that. Is that Arthur? Has she been leaving her masks around? What's she like? I need a piece of tissue is what I'm looking for, Ben.
Anyone?
No, it doesn't matter, just give it a little buff up because what it was made for was furniture originally. Oh. We've just brought it into the world of crafting. Now, as if by magic, in true Blue Peter style, other children's other children's shows are available as well. But you can see now, and I'll come close up so you can see it. Look how gorgeous that looks.
Yeah, that's
absolutely beautiful. I'll put my hand behind there so you can see it. But it just really does make it pop out quite a lot. Now then, shall we go to that aperture again? Shall we build the aperture up?
Yes.
And I've gone a bit different this time. I thought, I know we've got that gorgeous cardstock on the show, but you can do it with other cardstocks as well. So I've got three pieces here so you can see them. I've taken one from, and I'm trying to remember which bag this is from. Oh, it could be from the Vintage Christmas that no longer is available. I do apologise. But I'm going to show you again that method on how to create that perfect aperture depending on your colour. So if you want to, you can cut through a couple to start with. So I'll go this way. And I know because this is 300 GSM, 230 GSM. So I know that I'm asking the Gemini to do quite a lot. Yeah. However, it just gives me that indication of where I need this to go. So I'm going to do it. I'll show you it again, Ben. I'm going to bring in my mats that I need. So I've got my cutting plates, going to cut that down onto my cutting plate and then bring in the others and again pop them on and run that through your Gemini. So again, I'm just placing it on my Gemini journey plates, going through my bigger machine, because if you have your Gemini journey plates, what does that mean? Cuts the time down in half. So it kind of speeds things up a little bit. Now, literally, take that off, and again, it's cut through my first piece fine, which is where I want to be the smallest. So if I pop that there now, it's actually not, oh yeah, it has its one. Wondering if it's going to cut through two. Laughs in the face of two. Hasn't cut through the third one. However, I know now that I can place down the next size.
On the two.
Over the top on the two. And I know now that that is going to cut through again. So you run that through and that's going to create the second layer that goes on the top. And then lastly, running through the third one, you can see how that creates that lovely effect, and you get that beautiful dome feature, that window feature. That made sense, didn't it? Did that make sense, Ben?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So again, it's just a choice now of how you lift it up. So I'm going to use again, I'm going to bring that base back in, the very first piece that I started with, which is the base, but I want to have those on the inside of that base, because that's going to be the inside of my card, but that is actually going to be the feature underneath the dome that goes over the top. So again, let's pop that down, and I think because I've got quite a nice big deep dome, that's the word I'm looking for, deep dome. So I'm going to lift all of these off. You could, if you wanted though, you can keep them flat. I know I've been using my 3D Collal glue and lifting them up, but you can keep them flat if you want to, Ben. You don't always have to do this. However, I think it creates a real nice feature and that extra dimension. And I suppose this would be dependent on if you are sending it through the post. Because if you're sending it through the post, you might want to keep it flat for postage reasons. But again, using this 3D Collal glue means I can get it into place and I can use it. I'm going to have to lift it up for a second so I can get this right, Ben. Just apologies. It's always a bit difficult when you're trying to see it from a bird's eye view. There we go. There we are. And then lastly, my last coloured piece. And again, I'm just going to pop on some 3D glue all the way around. There we go. And again, just over the top. And now I need to add my dome. Okay. So my dome now, and you can start to curve this up a little bit, but I'm just going to literally pop some tape around this tab here. So I'm going to use my tape runner, pop that over. Uh-oh.
Oh, hello.
End of the tape.
Oh, that might be my
Can
bag.
you see me silver? Was that? Yeah, I did lend you mine, didn't I?
Sorry.
I did. It's all right, Ben. It's all right.
Put it back in empty.
We're friends. It's fine. It's fine. And I'm so glad they're back in stock. But how many tape pens I go through is just crazy. So let me just grab another one out of my bag.
So many tape pens in Debbie's bag. And by the way, one thing, if you were watching yesterday, our Softer Side of Live show, it was we had one of the tote bags, the deluxe tote bags, as a daybreak deal, and I was saying how great these bags are and how much stuff they can hold. And she said you need to have a look at Debbie's bag.
Oh God!
Because that shows you how much you can hold. Debbie's bag. I've seen it today.
You?
Well, we do. I think you do now. Look at this. This bag is ram jam packed.
Half and it's out of my bag because I've got loads out here. But
look at that.
Can you show you? I just kept it up there, but it crams a heck of a lot in there. I've got all my brushes, everything that I need, all my pens, all my brushes, all my water spritzers. The girl can never have too many, Ben. But everything that I need. But the kitchen sink in there.
There's a kitchen sink in there as well.
There is.
I knew it was big. But that shows you how great those are, and they are still in stock, by the way. If you want to get your hands on one of those, great deal. I think it was just over £24, I want to say. So yeah, have a look on our website.
Well, I might be needing another one because do you know what else it carries?
Well, with the machine?
Carries your machine perfectly as well.
Yeah.
You just take out your middle flaps
and
just flatten them down and you pop that in there. There you go. Good to go.
Good to go.
Now, talking of flaps, let's just hang this over. Stop giggling. Stop giggling, you. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to I want this to stick inside the inside of my card piece there. So I'm going to run my glue just down here. Can you see how it overhangs, Ben? It's a bit difficult being black, but can you see how I've got the overhang from my card?
Yeah, just about.
This will create, I know it's very, in fact, I tell you what, let's bring a piece of white cardstock in so you can see what I mean. Can you see?
Yes. Now.
Got that overhang, that's the difference between there. So what I'm going to do now is just literally push the end of there to that fold and then fold that over, and you've created now perfect dome card.
Yes.
Can you see now? So obviously if you were posting this, you might have to think about popping it into a box, but look at that beautiful sheen and shine, absolutely gorgeous. However, it just needs a little finishing touch, little tiny finishing touch, as if by magic.
Gotta be the banner.
Gotta be the banner. Got to be the banner. Absolutely, as really truthfully. Let's pop that on. These banners are absolutely, can I just tell you now, Ben?
Yeah.
Even if you weren't going for the full collection and you're buying them separately, get these in your basket.
Yeah. Because
these are so useful. And we have got those, we've got all those lovely greetings that we have with the Christmas ones.
Yes.
However, do you know the banners?
Yeah.
You're going to be able to use these
Oh, yeah.
Your
All year
birthday
round.
sentiments
Yeah.
and all those kind of things. So if I just move everything out of the way for a second so you can see that a little bit more clearly. There you go. We've got that beautiful domed feature.
That's
We've still got
brilliant.
the tunnel inside, so you can see that beautiful tunnel feature. And depending on your cards and what you use, that's the kind of effect that you can do. Okay, Ben.
Absolutely brilliant. There's been some super demos, haven't there? There's just one question I just need to ask you because we've got loads of comments coming in which we'll read, but one question which I haven't tackled yet. Karen on YouTube says, Debbie, would these tunnel dies and embossing folders work with the stained glass collection?
Ooh, I haven't tried because I love those stained glass window dies. They're beautiful. And you mean the card shapes? Because there's the... I don't know. They are, do you know, that might work. I would say if you've got them, try them out and let me know because I don't know the answer to that question.
All right.
But I need to find out.
Right.
I absolutely do because what a great idea.
Love it.
What a great idea.
And that's why we're here, you see, isn't it? So we give you
Exactly.
demonstration hints and tips and you can share your ideas with us as well. Must say morning to Julia, who's excited to see all the demos. You've ordered them apparently as soon as they went on the CC website. So yes, they will be on their way to you. But let's show you, if you have just joined us, only 20 minutes remaining or so we'll get a bit of a scoot on here. But this collection has been massively popular. We had this on Monday. It was absolutely flying out of the door and it is going once again today. The interchangeable Aperture Tunnel die collection with 43 elements. So you get all of the different tunnels. You've got the circle, you've got the square and that arch window as well. Each of those comes with that kind of main scene, if you like. The circle comes with your holly and with your snowflakes and your baubles, not your baubles, your Christmas lights. You've then got with the square your nativity scene, you've got your angel and your stag, and then the arch window, which is my favourite, I think your favourite individually as well, with the Christmas stocking. You've got the baubles and bells, and you've got the snowman as well. With each of those, you're going to get an embossing folder, the frosted brick embossing folder. You've also got the holly berries embossing folder and that snowflake kisses embossing folder. And what you're seeing there now as well is the cardstock. I mean, this again has been phenomenally popular. You get it within the collection, the 4 different colours. So you've got your cool tones, your warm tones, you've got the natural tones and the wonderful summer tones as well. Basically everything has been taken care of. If you're one of those people who perhaps struggles with mixing and matching colours together, you've got it all right there for you. And then as also part of the main collection, not only do we give you one of our glue tape pens, that's thrown in for free, but we also give you this, which Debbie's been using. Now this has been hugely popular individually. For $7.99, that's what it's worth individually, but we're giving it to you as part of this deal right here. And it's, like we said, it's going to work perfectly with this collection, isn't it? Because you've got all of these Christmas sentiments in there, but you can then stamp in your other sentiments as well because you've got 3 different size dies too, so you can use this year round. If you want to go for it individually, like lots of you are, there it is, $7.99 or $9.95 if you are in the States. So take advantage of the deals. Everything individually, of course, as well. You can get the cardstock individually, you can get the dies individually as well, whatever suits your budget and your pocket. Lots of people getting very excited about Debbie 2.0. Laura on Facebook has gone, Debbie 2.0. And Mary says, Brenda has a sister now. Hello, Debbie 2.0. And Shireen Broadhorst on YouTube says, can we please stop having so much fun? As you're stopping me working. I can't stop crying with laughter. All right, let's try and be a bit more serious here, everybody. Stop having fun. No, of course we're not going to do that. What else have we got here? Katrina says the gilding wax is great, love it. And June says, Debbie, I love how all your tools match the bag as well. Oh, and I love this, by the way, just quickly before we go back to Debbie, Cynthia on Facebook says, you should do a show where Joe, Derek and Ben are all there and take over the show. Now, can you imagine the chaos that would ensue? But I'm well up for that. I'll go and check with the other guys and we'll get back to you. Maybe we could have our own sort of takeover show once a week. That's not going to happen, is it? It's not going to happen. Yeah, each one of us should do a demo. Oh, I haven't said that. I know who would win that competition. Derek, because he's crafting at the minute. If you go and see Derek's Facebook page, he's light years ahead of me, let's just say. I need to catch up. I will be doing some crafting. That's why, whilst I'm here presenting, I'm also watching the amazing demos the likes of Debbie are doing. So I'm going to watch this one now as well.
Right, so bless you. Right, I thought I'm going to use that circular one again. I'm going to make a bit of an easel card with this one. And rather than using the embossing folder, because you don't have to, that's the best thing about this. You can choose what you want. You can use the embossing folders if you want to. You don't have to. But I just think I'm going to show you how you can create that lovely panel on the front and still get that same effect using these dies. So I've fetched in a bit of craft card again. Going a bit craft card mad this afternoon. But literally, this is that beautiful holly. So again, I'm just going to play. There you go. You can see all that beautiful design. And I say holly. It's got all the holly on the inside. This is the best thing about it, Ben. Just cuts out where it needs to, then stops. It cuts out where it needs to, then stops. And it just means it stays connected into that cardstock. And you can see the one that I've already got ready, lined up. But I'll just show you, literally, down to wherever you pop it. These little circle bits that you can see as well, Ben, are the berries.
The what?
They're the berries.
Oh, the berries.
Yes, they're the berries. So you can cut them out again. So again, you could use different colour cardstock. Why have I used all that tape and pop most of it on the die and not holding it down, Ben? I should hold it down into place. That's what low tack tape is all about.
It's that hump day brain again, isn't it?
It definitely is. So again, thin metal die, not a lot of intricacy to it as well. So you perhaps could try it without your magnetic shim. You could perhaps try lesser pressure if you wanted to and see how that goes. But again, we're just going to wait for that to go through. And then you'll see that beautiful design and how it stays connected into the cardstock. I just think these are fabulous. And again, taking that out, there you go, Ben. You can see now it stayed connected to the car. It looks like a bit like a driving wheel, doesn't it?
It does look like a steering wheel, doesn't it?
Looks like a little bit of a steering wheel. It looks like mine anyway. Although perhaps not the spiky bits there.
The spiky bits in the middle, no.
No. So I'm going to cut that out again though, Ben, because I want a couple of leaves. And I think, do you know what? I was going to go for some green, but I think I might choose a bit more craft card.
Go on.
See how I'm going craft card mad? Craft card
There's you saying that you don't normally use craft card.
I don't know.
All the way through the show today.
I know. Jan uses it loads. She loves a craft card, but I'm not much of a craft cardy sort of a person, if that makes sense. Just because it's not my favourite.
Well, that's all right.
We all have favourites, cardstocks, don't we? But I really must start to use it more because I've really enjoyed working with it today. And literally, there's all sorts you can do with craft card. You can colour onto it, which is what I'm going to do in a moment. Make your card bases as well. So let's just push that there, because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my little scissors and I'm going to, let me just snip that out for a second, Ben, because I'm going to use these now to create my own little extra depth and dimension on the front.
Oh,
that's what I thought I'd do.
See what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm going to save me berries. Let's move those. Well, they make a lovely fun feature, them, don't they? Add a little decorative element. I don't think I want to throw them away. Right, so let me just pop that there for one side. Let me just make sure I'm going to do this right now, Ben. So what I'm going to do is I am going to snip into it a little bit more. So I'm going to bring in a little point. So let's go in close and then go there. There we go. I'm going to do exactly the same again, up to the top. Down to there, and then you just being a little bit crafty here, Ben, just being a little bit crafty. So it's almost like getting your craft on. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to literally take some, I need some green. Angfire, Ben, angfire. Just going to go and grab some green.
Oh, that's all right then. Well, whilst you're out grabbing some green, she's gone shopping. Margie on YouTube says, I love the paper pads. I need them. Get them. Go on, get them whilst you can. They're still available for you. You can get them individually. You don't have to buy the full collection if you don't want to. $59.97 or $74.85. And you can see big savings to be had. Or yes, you can go individually as well if you want. $19.99. You don't have to buy the full or $24. And Mary on Facebook said, that's what I love about CC Collections. It's easy to mix and match with other CC products. Yes, there you go. That is what it is all about. But yeah, take advantage. As we said, you can go for the main collection if you want. If you just want the cardstock, you can go for that. If you just want individuals of the cardstock, you can go for that. Lots of ways to buy and lots of different products to fit every pocket.
Absolutely, that's what I love about this. I just think there's some really fabulous. We're catering for everybody's pockets, aren't we? Literally. So literally just taking my green over. I'm going to give it a little bit. I could have used me alcohol markers for this, Ben. I really could. However, I'm just going to give it a little bit of a distress around the edges, and then I'm going to use said pokey tool when you can find it. I started off so clean. I was so proud of myself. And now
you must have a pokey tool with all the stuff you've got in that bag.
Well, maybe I have, Ben. Maybe I have. But I'm just going to create myself a little feature of an extra ollie there. So that's going to create a middle part, and these are going to fit and sit into the middle of that lovely feature as well. And then we'll add as berries in the middle too. However, just put those to one side for now. Move that out of the way. Let's get rid of all the rubbish, and let's take our pen and cut colour. Using, I've got orange, Ben. That's not me red. I don't want orange, do I? No. I don't want an orange berry. Where's my red gone?
Well, we'll have a look for the red.
Well,
she's all over the place here.
I know, it started. That's why.
That's what it is.
I found it. I found it. It's because I put it with my demo, so I knew where it'd be. And she still manages to move it and lose it.
Brilliant.
So again, I'm just going to colour my berries in. I'll just put three or four in there, and they can go in the centre. So let's pop, and I've used all of them. So I've got the 2 sets because I cut it out twice. There we go. Let's pop this one on. There we are, and just run that around. Quite happy with that. Although, do you know what I could have done, Ben? Mm-hmm. I could have used a red cardstock from one of those red packs.
Could have done that.
I could have coloured some more. Yeah, absolutely. Literally, you have some warm tones as well. Now, I'm not going to describe how to do this again because I think you've seen me do it fairly few times now.
You've got time either.
Well, no, I know that is the thing. That is the thing. So exactly the same. How to create that lovely tunnel, and just starting off, whichever it is colour that you want, bring it to the top. So I wanted it to be that way around. So that's how I would start. Start with the smallest, cut through, and then you can work through your next sizes. I work back to front on that one, if that made sense.
Yes.
So let me bring in now for a second my base. So this is my easel card. It's white, reverting back to me white again. I've created, and I'll tell you the size for this one. So if you're wanting to copy or anything, we've got 5x6 scored in half, and then I've literally created the panel, and it's going to stick on this bottom part here. So I'm just going to bring in our tape pen again. Let's pop that on and place that on the bottom part there. There we go. And that now has created the easel with ease. There you go. You can see that
easel.
Absolutely. I've got myself a little piece for the bottom, and that's going to act as my stopper, but I need some foam pads, and I found them. I fell on them. I dropped them, not fell on them. I dropped them.
You said you don't usually use craft cards. You don't usually use foam pads, and
I know.
You've used foam pads and craft cards galore in this show.
I know. It's showing you though. I can exactly. You can chop and change all
That's
glues. We
Versatile.
talk about glue. We talk about asking Leanne to do a glue school because she's fabulous. She knows everything about glues. Literally, what she doesn't know about glues isn't worth knowing. But do a glue school. That's what we need to talk to her about.
Yeah,
Ben.
definitely.
We need a glue school. There we go. So that's going to act as my stopper. So literally now that will sit there and rest. So it creates that easel, but folds nice and flat again. And all we need to do now is add the decoration. So bringing that back down, we're going to start again. Oh, do you know what? I think this time we might go flat. Should we keep them flat? Yeah, why not? Let's keep them flat. Oh, well, they're telling me you've got to keep them flat, Deb. We've only got 5 minutes. So I'll tell you what, we'll speed it up even more.
Speed crafting.
A bit of speed crafting. We'll bring in some all-purpose glue. And all-purpose glue gives me the time, Ben, to get it into place. It makes sure that I can wriggle it into its right place. There we go. Next one goes on the top. Actually, Debbie, that's the wrong way around. Let me make sure that goes that way. Hey, that's another good thing about that glue.
Yeah, you can take it off and start again.
You can take it off and start again before it dries. But once it dries, it ain't going nowhere. It's staying put. So again, I'm just going to put the next one on. Make sure I've got it right way around. There we are. Absolutely. But yeah, you can still create that feel and that lovely, it draws your eye in. Absolutely fabulous. And again, just pop that one on the top. I think this one though, I'm going to lift. I'm going to lift this last layer. So I'm going to pop some 3D cloud glue on the back. There we go. Do you know, if we get time, Ben, can we show some fabulous samples too? Can we rerun some of those amazing samples?
We'll have to be quick. I've got some over here as well.
Have you got some as well? Oh, you just show some then, Ben, while I'm sticking this together.
All right, well, let's quickly do that. And let me grab them. Hang on a second. Right, so very quickly, show you a few fantastic samples. So you've got like your diorama designs in there as well. So this is kind of a selection of different cards that you've got from the whole collection. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. You can see again how it really just works wonderfully with the different coloured cardstock that you've got as well. Here again, just beautifully done. Kind of like your sort of scene card, isn't it really? But the depth and dimension that you get with that beautiful kind of mixture of the baubles and the bells in the foreground, amazing. And this is another great example as to how that tunnel effect works. It's just great, isn't it? Look at the depth and dimension, and look at how that sort of style draws your eye into the centre to that beautiful holly wreath. And then look at this, you're brilliant. They said snowflake then. That is definitely not a snowflake. That is what you call a stocking. I think, is that the one that Sarah made the other day? I think it might be.
It could well be.
It might be. But you get a full idea as to how brilliant this collection is and how it works. Whether you kind of, going for the dimension there, or like with this card here, you just kind of sticking it flat, you still get that level of dimension, the way it focuses the eye on our Showbiz Snowman there. Love it. Right.
Right then, so all I've been doing, I've been doing a bit of sticking while you were there. So what I've just done is I've placed them down onto the top so you can see how that draws that in. But what I've just done with those petals, remember at the beginning where I did the extras, I've just popped those on. I popped some 3D glue there. I can hear you shaking away, Ben.
I just found a card I didn't show you.
Oh,
sorry.
Go on, show him. You've got to show him. Look at that one. Absolutely fabulous. They're crying out to be used for shaker cards. Absolutely they are. Really, really phenomenal they are. There's just so many ways you can use these, Ben.
Love it.
Absolutely. Now, I'm just going to add now, literally, my little banners on there. And I'm going to pop on, I've got from our house, or from our home, sorry. And pop that on. And then right at the very bottom, lift that up for a second. And I'm just going to pop to yours on there as well. These banners are just fabulous.
They're
I absolutely
brilliant, aren't they?
love them.
Must
there
have.
We go. So there we go, Ben. All done. All created a little bit of a 3D element there just by using, can you see there, by lifting those holly berries up, holly leaves
and holly berries.
But exactly, but there you go. So, and again, apart from adding on a few little gems or a bit of ribbon, you can see how creative you can get with them. Absolutely fabulous.
I tell you what an absolutely brilliant show this has been. What a screen with Debbie. It's always fun and laughter, isn't it? Always fun and laughter. Some great demonstrations as well. Just one final message here from Terry Sue on Facebook who says, woohoo! The show with Ben, Joe and Derek together on one show would be hilarious. We'll put it to the bosses, see what they say. I know what they'll say. But listen, one thing I can tell you, there will not be a show with Ben, Joe and Derek coming up in the next hour, but there will be coming up very soon, Creative Cravings. Yes, myself and Debbie will be here in around about an hour's time, where I believe we are going to be going off to Santa's Kitchen. So that's rather exciting, isn't it? If you have got anything in your baskets from this show, make sure you check them out because they're not yours until you do, and take advantage of the deals. Hopefully you've seen something that you've absolutely loved. And you're going to have a lot of fun when all of this arrives at your home. So, Debbie, thank you so much for now.
It's quite all right. I was busy tidying up there, Ben.
Oh, sorry.
I wasn't expecting you to come back.
No.
However, I've only got an hour, you see.
Oh.
I need to grab a bit of food as well. But come back and join us because we've got more than just the Santa's Kitchen. We've got maybe a few extra things to show you too and share a little bit of crafty fun and inspiration. So I hope you can join us in an hour. Oh, is that it?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, that's it.
Let me do a final wave.
Bye.